During this holiday season, give your loved ones a gift that keeps on giving for the rest of their life. Torpedo Pot is the only affordable self-growing flower pot that ensures your future food survival. All you do is add soil, seeds, and seedlings to the flower pot and watch your plants grow. Torpedo Pot can grow nutritious food in such abundance and variety that you can produce more food than your local farm. Visit www.torpedopot.com.
Hello fam, welcome back to the African Diaspora News channel. I am Wongel Zelalem bringing you this report. Today's report comes from Ethiopia. The Ethiopian government released footage, interviews of the people that were fighting against the Ethiopian government. Some of the people that surrendered, that were working with the rebel group. So they surrendered once the military force came and surrounded them. So they were interviewing some of them and they posted that video, and it was really sad to see there were 14-year-olds there, 16-year-olds there, so many children there. They're not even of age, they're not even 18, and they were being used as soldiers. And in the interview, since it's in Amharic, I don't believe they translated it. Some of the interviews I watched, just to translate for you, they were being asked, like, were you given a gun? How were you fighting? They said no, they took us for like an induction, like a training, and they told us today we're marching and we're going to this area to attack this area. And they took these kids, a bunch of kids, a lot of kids, and they just, they said they were walking on foot for kilometers and they were sleeping on the floor, like they were in hell even before the war. So after one night of fighting, the next day is when they, surrendered and gave themselves up to the Ethiopian military. So when they were being asked, what were you eating? They said they were giving them just like bread a day or cookie, and that's how they were surviving. They didn't give them guns, they didn't equip them at all, and they just sent them out there just so they can be numbers. And these are 14, 16, these are child soldiers. But the mainstream media will never talk about this because it doesn't support their narrative. Their narrative is these two groups are fighting in Ethiopia. There's a civil war and we need to go in there and help them. It's not that the Ethiopian government is fighting with a rebel group that is making children soldiers in a war that they had no idea of. When the journalist was asking them, why did you join? They were like, it was compulsory. We had to. They would come to each house and they'll tell their mothers and fathers, you need to send at least one child from your home. So if that mother only has one child and that child is 14, she has to give that child away. Like, isn't there an international law that says no one should go out there and join a war if you're underage? I know for a fact there's a law there, but the Western world all of a sudden become deaf and blind when it doesn't serve them, when it doesn't serve their narrative. So watching these kids was so heartbreaking. One, they were forced into this. Two, they were not even given the proper equipments to protect themselves. I know they're fighting for a rebel group, but just sending them out just so that they can be numbers and they can be the ones in front to be attacked and the soldiers would know what happened. Like, can you imagine how cruel that is? And the rebel groups are the ones saying that they're victims, and the Western world's narrative is the same. It's just crazy how, an actual elected democratic government is not supported and is demonized, and the rebel group is supported and, glorified, and they're forcing children to fight their battles. How sad is this? It just was really sad to see those kids not knowing why they're fighting, not knowing what's going to happen, not knowing exactly why they're there and being forced into it. It's just very sad that this is happening in my country. Anyways, guys, let us know down below what your thoughts are. I am Wongel Zelalem. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Colonization never ended in the white supremacist system. And as we see today, the colonization is in the mind. Now, those who have been enslaved and those who have been colonized, we're still dealing with the remnants of that through the colonization of the mind. Pick up my book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, and we will help deprogram you from the colonization that was put upon you by generations and generations of white supremacy. You can pick it up today on Amazon.com.